It's been a hot minute since we talked about the MLB, and are basically halfway through the season. We're almost at All-Star week, so it's about time that we start talking about some stuff. Let's get into it.
That was beautiful.
Oh, what a throw.
Hello, rival.
See, this is where it's at. Right there.
Horrible throw. Horrible pitch. Bench him. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode of the Allied Rivals podcast. My name is A.J. Herschel, and right over there is my man, Caedmon Bauer. We are back with another episode of the Allied Rivals podcast. Caedmon, what's up? How you doing, man?
Doing amazing. Yeah, did a little bit of drumline today for our school's graduation, which was pretty fun.
Very nice.
And besides that, did a little bit of Newcomb, Bottle Bash, just some lawn games. So, yeah, it's been a nice day.
Cool.
How about you,
man?
A.J. Herschel, Mr. Kid?
Pretty good. My family went out today, which was nice. I ran to Office Max. We're working on our class superlatives for this year, so that's fun. And what else? And I played some 2K21. So,
all right.
Yeah, good day. Good day. And obviously, we're here on the Allied Rivals podcast. So that obviously makes it great instantly, no matter what happens, because we're here.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a comment earlier from Joshi B. Patashi, our guy, who asked us to address the BOAFA situation in the NFL. And Jacob Carlson is as confused as us on what BOFA is. So if somebody wants to clarify that for us in the comment section, Joshi B. Patashi, if you would like to clarify that for us, it'd be great. But Jacob Carlson says, yes, sir, they back. Yes, sir. It is good to be back. Good to have you, Jacob Carlson. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. Good to have you in the chat with us. And speaking of Jacob Carlson, if you guys aren't already, you should go subscribe to KDT Wiffle Ball, their YouTube channel, their Instagram as well. You definitely want to go check out their channel. They have their opening day of their Wiffle Ball League premiering tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. Go subscribe to them. We did a collaboration video with them a couple months back. They're great guys. Go check them out. Once again, KDT Wiffle Ball. It is their league. Game day tomorrow, 1 Eastern, 12 Central. You want to be there for the premiere. Jacob Carlson, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us in the chat today. So, Caedmon, we're speaking of ball. We're talking about a different kind of hitting and pitching. It ain't wiffle. It's a baseball. Caedmon, how about we go ahead and get into it? Let's go ahead and start with your team, man. The Brewers are 33-26 right now. Yelich still isn't quite back to normal, but Brandon Woodruff is looking like one of the best pitchers in baseball. And Josh Hader is a lights-out closer right now. How are you feeling about your Brewers? I mean, it was a rough start for the whole NL Central at the beginning of the season, but they're starting to find their groove, though.
Yeah, the Brewers had, like, one of the best starts of any team in the MLB, and then we slumped, and I feel like we're kind of back at it now. I think we've won, like, 12 of our last 14, which is, I think, the best in the MLB, and the best last 10, 9-1, so that's encouraging. Nice. Our pitching's been really lights out. Freddie Peralta almost got a no-hitter. That would have been cool. Brandon Woodruff's been great. Corbin Burns was really good on the mound today. We just swept the Diamondbacks, which isn't a huge accomplishment. Yeah, but that's still nice to get that out of the way. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Brewers right now. We still got to get that hitting back up because we've had a lot of injuries, and some of our big hitters like Christian Yelich or Travis Shaw, just because of injuries or anything else, health, they've gone on slumps. So other guys that are new to the MLB have had to play more, and that's good that they're getting time. But Yeah, it'll be good when not all of our guys are injured and we can start getting everyone back. And also, Willie Adames has been a huge addition to the Brewers. Like he has been one of our best batters since we added him. And so I'm pretty excited about how the Brewers are doing right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially because the division that you're in is very winnable. Like, obviously, the Cubs and them are tied right now for first place. But then after that, St. Louis and Cincinnati have been really mediocre the entire season, and Pittsburgh. Have fun next season. Start your draft board, everybody, if you're a Pirates fan. So, yeah, it's definitely a very winnable division for you guys, though.
Yep, it is. And speaking of winning divisions, we got your White Sox, AJ, and they are looking as good as anyone in the league. So, AJ, take it away.
Oh, my goodness. I am so happy with what the White Sox are doing right now. We are one of the best run-scoring teams in the league, and we have the pitching to back it up as well as the bullpen. Oh my goodness, we've been absolutely beautiful. 291 runs. We don't even have some of our starters so far. We have been having to deal without Luis Robert, especially without him at the start of the season as well. And we're still doing great. And he's not expected back till playoff time. And granted, I get it. We are not in the toughest division in baseball. The Twins have been an utter flop so far from what all of us had predicted they were going to be. So, sure, of course, they have not been playing well, especially against teams over 500. Detroit is what we expected them to be. The Royals are mediocre, and the Indians had a hot start, but have really fallen off since then. So, sure, we've been playing in a mediocre division, but also, we still get to play the Pirates like 15 more times before the season ends. We've only played them, I think, 4 times this season. Oh, my goodness. Our pitching has been good. Giolito hasn't quite been the same as he was last year, but he's still absolutely killing it. Our pitching staff is great. Liam Hendricks is closing out games for us, getting saves left and right. Jose Abreu is an absolute beast as usual. I am super excited for what comes next. And Yermin Mercedes is almost hitting 300, which in the MLB today is so difficult to do. It's incredibly difficult. I'm so excited about the White Sox right now.
Yeah, you guys have like one of the best offenses, if not the best, in the league right now. And your pitching isn't perfect yet, but with injury and everything, once you guys start getting those guys back, then you guys will even be better. And I think you guys got the division.
Yes, so, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. And speaking of hitting and pitching, what is up with the pitching this year? If somebody's hitting 240, that's like considered decent now. We've had 6 no-hitters.
Pitching,
6. We haven't even hit the All-Star break. What is happening?
Man, it is just going nuts right now with pitching. Like, I don't know what they've been doing over the offseason, but whatever it is, I don't know. Just guys are being able to pitch more, do more pitches now without killing their arm. Just everything amazes me, like speed, accuracy. Some of the umps amaze me too with how wide some of their boxes are, but man, pitchers are just doing really good this year. This is their year.
Oh yeah, and I know that there's been a lot of interesting mysteries surrounding pitcher statistics and how they're able to actually get so good so quickly with their spin rate, which is obviously 100% natural, and there's no outside force acting upon the ball at all, for sure. But still, this is getting a little bit excessive about what's happening right now with pitchers. 6 no-hit. 6! We weren't even through May!
I don't even know what's happening. AJ, who are the 3 big pitchers that are standing out to you like for the Cy Young right now?
Okay, well, number 1 has to be Brandon Woodruff. I mean, his ERA is sub-2 right now. He's pitching absolutely incredibly well. Jacob DeGrom, however, sub-1.
Sub-1, yeah, like 0.87. That's crazy.
It would be even better if he hadn't been injured for a couple games, especially his strikeout rate for sure. But I mean, he's back and he is picking up where he left off last year. easily.
Yep,
So
yep.
him and Woodruff are definitely the leading two in my mind right now for Cy Young, above everybody else. Like, I know you're asking me for 3, but those two are just a higher
I
above
agree.
everyone
I
else right now.
agree.
What about you?
Yeah. I was gonna say Brandon Woodruff and Jacob DeGrom, and Shane Bieber's been a
Yeah.
little inconsistent. Like he had like a week where he was a little off, or 2 weeks, 2 starts. But besides that, he's just been really good too. I think he might have the most strikeouts of any
I think
of
you're
any
right.
pitcher
Yeah.
right now. He's been really lights out and really clutch. So
Yeah.
that's been nice for the Indians, so that they don't have to score too much in those games. But because no one's scoring on Shane Bieber. Yeah. So I think those 3.
Yeah. It's crazy. Also, one other thing I did want to mention about no hitters, which we didn't talk about earlier, is that there have been 6 no hitters, but only 3 teams that have been no hit. We forgot to mention the fact that the Rangers. Wait, did you not know this? The Rangers got no hit twice. The Mariners got no hit twice, and the Indians got no hit twice. It's been the same teams that have been no hit.
Bad.
6 different teams throwing no hitters and 3 different teams getting no hit.
Oh, that's
Got to talk about that. And speaking of no hitters, Corey Kluber's finally returning to form, which is very that is great to see again. Even and now he's on the Yankees, so they're back.
That's gonna be weird to see him in a Yankees uniform.
It is weird. I know, right? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Man, we got Jacob Carlson.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And he's thinking right along the same lines as me, saying everything is kind of getting into place for a lot of teams. And yeah, don't even mention Pittsburgh. Like it's
we won't bring him up anymore.
All right, we're done.
No.
All right.
Speaking of the NL Central, though, the Cubs had one of the MLB's best records in May, 19-6.
Yeah,
Chris Bryant is hitting plus 300. He's hitting 307 right now. And Craig Kimbrell, who was notorious last year for blowing games, has nearly 15 saves. They have completely flipped the script.
Crazy. Yeah,
I can't believe it.
That record, that average surprises me so much. One, injuries.
Oh yeah, I mean,
2,
he was an MVP, but like 5 years ago.
Yeah. 2, how old he is, and 3, how good the pitchers are in his division.
Yeah,
like we might have the best pitching division. Maybe.
Let's not forget the NL West has 3 teams plus 30 wins. The Dodgers, the Giants, and the Padres.
Okay, maybe to them.
Yeah.
We're second. But we are a good pitching division. Our offense isn't the best, because that's the Reds, but our defense
it's out of this
pitching
world.
is really good. So that's really impressive with Chris Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
But AJ, how are the rest of those Cubs doing?
Oh, I mean, Javier Baez isn't hitting great, but he's hitting a lot of home runs. He's knocking in a lot of runs as well. Ian Happ isn't hitting well, but he is getting a lot of walks when he does come up, which is fortunate for him. Wilson Contreras is having himself a nice season. And, Hayward was kind of banged up. Jock Peterson has showed up in a couple of games. So the rest of the roster is filling out decently nicely for a team that I think could make a solid playoff run, but they're not looking like World Series contenders in terms of their hitting lineup, which is crazy because, the Cubs have always had really good pitching for the last few years, but normally we would say it's their hitting that's helped carry them, especially on that World Series run where everybody in that lineup could hit a home run at any moment. And our starting pitching was great, but our bullpen was always a little questionable. That's why we got Chapman in 2016. But now Kimbrell, Hendricks, Alzolay is finally coming out and pitching well. I don't understand. Jake Arrieta has been decent. He's pitching sick and still almost winning games. I don't understand what flipped the light in our heads because we lost Yu Darvish. I don't understand what happened. But I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah. And do you think we're going to see Anthony Rizzo pitch again?
I don't know. Possibly, but I don't think we'll ever top his first outing, to be honest. Lights out.
That was so fun to watch, dude.
That was great. I love watching position players pitch. It's
Yeah.
every pitch is an Ephus pitch. It's awesome.
Yeah.
One other division though that's completely been lacking, and that's the NL East. And I feel a little bit bad because if you remember from our original video, Caedmon, I had said that the Braves were my dark horse NL champion. I think their entire division is just mediocrity at its finest. The Nats, the Marlins, the Phillies, and the Braves are all sub 500, and the Mets are fine. They're 15-5 at home, but can't get a win on the road to save their lives. They're 7-3 in their last 10, so doing well then. But Cade, this division is so bad now. I don't understand why.
Yeah. Every year, every sport has a division like this.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's not always this bad, but it's bad.
Yeah. I mean, just a couple days ago, nobody was plus 500. Like, come on, man.
Like, we're hoping the Nets. I mean, not the Nets, the Mets. We're hoping the Mets can do something because they've had a decent past 10 games, like 7-3, which is just about what the best in the MLB are doing right now.
Yeah,
I'm hoping they can start getting it going so that's a decent division and we can get a good team coming in from there. But
yeah,
every sport's got one of those.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed how the Braves are playing a little bit. Max Fried doesn't look the same as last year. Ian Anderson's pitching well, but I mean, he's doing well. He's doing fine. Acuna's hitting home runs like nobody's business, but outside of that, Freeman's kind of obviously regressed from an MVP season. He's regressed some. They don't have Marcell Ozuna because of injuries and now off the field problems as well. Ozzy Albies been doing fine, but Dansby Swanson isn't hitting the exact same. They just don't quite look the same as they did last year.
Yeah. It's just too bad, man.
Yeah. I know we don't talk a lot about the AL, but also it's going to be a fun race between the A's and the Astros for who's going to win the AL West, though. Like, that is going to be a fun finish. And I know the A's, we always joke, they win their division and then they exit in the first round.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Wild or the Portland Trailblazers of the MLB. But just maybe, they can put something together this year.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows? It's like every year, you know?
Yeah.
Every round has got like one of those teams. Like
absolutely.
in the MLB, first round is the Athletics.
Yeah.
In football, we got the Packers who just can't make up their mind, and they just keep going in the NFC Championship. They just don't like winning those. I don't know why, but they just don't like to. Every sport's got them, you know.
Yeah. Jacob Carlson in the chat saying Chris Bryant 17 in the NL East is hard to watch. It honestly is. Jacob deGrom is really like one of the main people to watch, him and Acuna at this rate. And also, can we point out the fact that Jacob deGrom is hitting better than the majority of hitters in the MLB? Like, what?
Wait, what did you just say? He's hitting better than most hitters?
He is hitting 391, I think, right now.
How many at-bats does he have?
Not many, because he's a pitcher. But in his last 15 games, he's hitting 391 in his last 15 games. Jacob deGrom.
That's not bad. I'll take that from a pitcher.
Honestly, especially in the NL. You could save yourself a pinch hitting slot every 6th inning. I can't believe it.
That's weird. Huh. Well, it looks like AJ has decided to dip out again and do that little swirly swirl thing with the black. And now he's gone. So what do? We bring him back. And we got AJ Herschel, the kid. Good to have you back, man. Take it away.
All right, my internet's kind of not working out right now. But, Caedmon, I think we need to have a moment of silence here, you and me, for Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, because the Los Angeles Angels will apparently never make the playoffs while they're on their roster. But seriously, though, why can't the Angels get them a supporting cast?
Bro, the Angels could be so good.
I don't
It's
understand.
really disappointing. And they're what? Okay, I just checked. They're 4th in the division.
They're under the Mariners, man.
They're under the Mariners, and that's
they
saying
can't
something.
hit
The
their
Mariners.
lives.
Okay. I'm just looking at these stats, and it's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it don't get worse than this, man. Like
yeah.
I don't know, man. You gotta be better.
As exciting as Shohei Ohtani is, watching him pitch and bat second, which that hasn't happened since Babe Ruth.
That is so crazy.
It's fun. Mike Trout is injured. Anthony Rendon is still doing good. And Justin Upton, I'm pretty sure I have him on a video game from like 2007. So they don't really have much depth outside of that. I mean, can hit every now and then, but I don't understand. They just can't build a supporting cast around.
I don't even know at this point.
Don't understand
like
what is wrong with them.
Like I feel like the Angels could be good because not only do they have leaders on the team, but they have good coaches as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just don't know what it is. Like, they should have a better bullpen. They should have at least a slightly better batting rotation. Like it just that's the big thing. If they could hit even just a little better, they could pass the Mariners and at least take second in the division, I think. But they're just not getting any consistency.
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, last division came in before we head out.
Last division.
And it's the NL West. Dude.
NL
the
West.
Giants, the Padres, and the Dodgers.
This is the big boy division.
A division. This is crazy. And KDT Wiffle Ball actually in the chat, as we mentioned earlier. If you're tuning in with us right now, go check their channel out. They have their season opener tomorrow afternoon. It says, as a baseball fan, it hurts to not see a postseason Trout. It's real. It really is. It really does hurt. Because he was heading for another MVP again, as he normally does, but still. Anyway, Caedmon, who do you think comes out of this division as the winners? The Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, who none of us saw coming at all?
I don't even like. It's just so weird. Like I definitely didn't see the Giants.
Yeah, nobody
Padres.
Sure, they were second in their division. Yeah, they got Tatis and Machado. They can hit.
And Dodgers, obviously, we always know they're good. But what's their team name? Giants are 7-3 in their last 10, and they've been looking pretty good. And I don't know, man. Their hitting is better than ever before. Like
Buster Posey is back finally.
Yeah, bro, that's so crazy. And they have so many guys like just hitting around like 260. Like okay, something that's been nice about this team is they haven't had a lot of injuries. So they've been able to keep the same guys in there almost the whole time, which has been really great for them. They haven't had to pull up any guys from the minors, maybe one, but they've just, I don't know, they got that chemistry. That's the word I'm looking for. They got that chemistry, AJ.
It's them and the Red Sox this year that have totally stunned me by leading their divisions. They were mediocre to bad last year, and now they've come out and absolutely been balling on offense as well as defense, but especially with their hitting. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And looking at the Dodgers, Cade, I mean, sure, they had that stretch where they lost like 18 stinking games in a row and they just died, but they're back to normal again. They've got Trevor Bauer. They've got Walker Buehler. They have a great hitting lineup as usual. I feel like they're going to come back and win. I think that one bad streak they had is a fluke. I think they'll be back to number one in the division very soon.
Yeah. And their offense is definitely top 3 in the league. Like just looking off their stats, and you can't always tell based off stats, but also just watching their games, and you kind of said it with the Cubs at any time, any of these guys could hit a homer.
Right.
Like, there's no break for any pitchers. There's no break for anyone on defense because that ball is just flying everywhere when the Dodgers are hitting.
Oh yeah.
So AJ, I'm gonna be honest. I can't even guess who's gonna win the NL West. It's just
Really?
they're just so good. They got three teams in there that are all better than any team in the NL Central.
Yeah.
Which is sad. But that's good
glorious.
because that means that at least one of them will be in the wild card. Will be a wild
very
card.
Very true. That is very true.
So I don't know, AJ. Do you got an idea? Do you got a prediction? If you make one, I'll make one.
I'm gonna say the Dodgers win the division. The only reason why they're down here is because of one bad losing streak.
Hear you. It's so weird why I can't hear you. I'm gonna sign out.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that was a Caedmon thing, and he's back because I checked the YouTube stream, and you guys can hear me. So, live chat over here, remind us. Let us know if our internet isn't working or whatever. Let us know if something's wrong. But look, I see you, Jacob Carlson. I know your prediction is the Dodgers for the World Series. I know you're saying the Padres over the Dodgers. I know you're saying Tatis over the rest of the MLB. I think the Dodgers are going to win the division. I think the Padres could take them over in the playoffs. But when we're talking about the division, also, thank you for clarifying that you can hear me. I appreciate it. If we're talking about the division race.
No, I can't hear you now.
Okay.
Sorry. Keep going.
Thank you. If we're talking about the division race, I think the Dodgers just had one bad stretch and they'll take the division. That's my prediction. What about you,
That's
Cade?
it. I was actually going to say the same thing. I don't know exactly what all you said, but what I heard, I agree with. The Dodgers were bad for about, I don't know what it was, almost a month. Yeah. And that was kind of sad. And I think a lot of that was their pitching. Their offense was mostly good. And so I think unless something really weird happens, with a lot of injuries or just another crazy long slump, I think the Dodgers are taking it this time. I mean, I think they're going to win the division. Is that what you said?
Yep, that is exactly what I said.
That is what I say.
Yep, and Jacob Carlson brings up the fact that it was more than one slump. Okay, yes, but they were very close together. So I just push them together as one. Yeah, exactly. But Caedmon, is there anything else you want to say about the MLB? Because I think we've exhausted most of the topics.
MLB. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we head out tonight?
Nah, I think we said our stuff and we be gone.
All right. Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for checking out the Allied Rivals podcast as normal. Joshy B. Fatashi, thanks for showing up beforehand. Jacob Carlson just blowing up the live chat. Finish us with a hashtag fly the W. Yes, sir. Good to bring that back. Go Cubs, go. And KDT Wiffle Ball also in the chat. Be sure, let me just remind you guys, tomorrow, June 7th, 2021.
Gotta watch.
1 Eastern, 12 Central. They have their season premiere. They have their season opener this week. And finally, right at the end of before we leave, we got T Visca 13 saying, "What's up? It's Tobis."
Tobis. Yo, that's crazy.
Good to have
you. I think Tobis is a part of the KDT thing. I could be wrong.
Nice, awesome. Well, good to have you with us, man.
Yeah. Yep, we got to watch that
for us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Leave a comment for us, and hey, maybe depending on how many likes this gets, if you guys comment at the bottom, maybe we'll do some KDT predictions as well, depending on how that season goes. Let us know if you guys want to see some KDT breakdowns up here. Let us know about that.
AJ,
Jacob Carlson says Tobis, you'll see him tomorrow.
All right, AJ, we gotta set a likes goal for this video. If we do that, the KDT. What do we do? All right,
let's just start at 10. Let's just start at 10.
No, not
15,
10.
15.
Bro. We got 16 on our last one.
17. Fine, one more in the last one. 17.
17.
All right. Get 17 likes. 17. Chris Bryant. If we get Chris Bryant 17 likes on this video, we will do a breakdown of the season opener of KDT Wiffle Ball. So be sure to like and share if you want to see that. KDT Wiffle Ball's over there. T-Visker 13, just like the video. We got 10 so far. Jacob Carlson affirming 17 it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for checking out another episode. We'll see you guys next time on the one and only Allied Rivals podcast. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Let's cue the outro. We go. You definitely want to be subscribed to the channel because we're going to be coming out with some other stuff later in the year. We hit our 1 year anniversary, including new logo, bloopers video. You definitely want to be here for that. We're going to do the outro again.
It don't get better than that right there.
This is quality content.
Rival.
We'll see you guys next time
On the one and only Allied Rivals podcast.